So I'm going to show you how to take these colorful paper straws and make something not only useful for your guests, but add a little punch to your party table. So your first step is to figure out what color you want to use. So whether it's red and white, looking like candy canes for the holidays, or I have a couple of different colors of purple, which is of course one of my favorite. You can find these party straws at any party store or any craft supply store. They have them. So they come at this standard length. This was a 25 count, which you can do a thinner jar, like the jelly jar I have here. In order to do a wider one, like this utensil jar that I use, you do need probably closer to the 50 amount. So what I did was I took my straws and just measured them. And you can, like, if I was doing this, you just want it to be right at the top. So you're using that jar as your holder. But today I'm actually going to show you how to do it for a candle. So add a little punch. And so first you want to measure it. So you just line it up, and you can see I just wanted it just a little bit above the candle. So obviously as it burns down, we don't want it to flicker and catch the straws on fire. But so what I did was I just went through, lined my straw up. I like to do it to where the one that's the right length is towards me. Use that as my guide and just snip it. So I just need a couple more here for this pillar candle. And I got this idea looking at different candy cane crafts for the holidays, but then I thought, well, if you just change up your colors, you can really use them all year. So I'm just gonna do one more here, and then that should be good. I also used, I think these little ends are kind of fun. You could use them for a little straw in a cupcake if you have a party, kind of show a little drink or anything. I also just threw them in the bottom of the utensil jar as a little bit of color. So the first thing you want to do, since we have purple, I'm going to use white as my coordinating color. But the first thing you want to do is take your tool. And I do like to use tool versus ribbon when you're building it. And the reason is because tool stretches. So you just take it and tie it. Doesn't really matter the length. But what you're going to do is tie it, and you need to tie it pretty tight. Again, it's stretchy. So this is, I tried a couple of different methods when I did this the first time, found this to be the easiest. So you can see what you do is just take the tool and then push your straws inside the tool. So and the other fun thing is if they're a little longer or taller than the tool or than whatever you're covering, whether it's a jar or like this candle, then you can actually kind of twist them. At first I was being really meticulous and making sure my stripes lined up, and then I just realized that's a waste of time because it looks super cute, and they go and you kind of get the effect whether or not the stripes line up. So and the straws are not made all exactly the same. So let me just stick this in here. And if you need to, you can loosen it up a little bit. If you just pull on the knot, obviously you don't want to do it that much, but you can do that too. So, and load these in here a couple at a time. So it really is a quick, especially if you're doing a birthday party, just need a little splash of color on your table. Or if you're going for the holidays and wanted to do the candy cane theme, it's just another way that you can reuse. You're not really doing anything different to the candles, so you can still keep it as your solid white or your solid colored candle underneath, and reuse that again later if you change your mind. So now that that's all done, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a second piece. And this way I can, I know that I'll be tying it the right width. So I'm going to turn that. You do have to make sure it's tight enough. It looks like I can actually add one more in here. Perfect. So that you want to make sure it's tight enough so that you reach, so that they all stay in. Because otherwise, if it's just a little bit too loose, they'll fall out the bottom because there's not really anything holding them on other than the ring around it. So I want to make this a little bit longer. And I'm just going to make another knot. Pull it real tight. Again, I tie it in a knot even though I want to kind of add some fluff here on the front. So then I have 4 pieces and I just trimmed them down a little bit just to kind of make them more of a kind of pom-pom versus a bow. The reason being I can just never get the bow to sit right. So that's just a fun little pillar candle. Like I said, you can easily take these just by opening them up. You don't even have to actually trim them. When I did this one, if you're going for this candy cane look, it takes about 25 of them to do a skinny jelly jar. And you can see if you just do all of this, it's a little bit more difficult. But the other fun thing is even just putting these in the jar adds a little bit of fun color. So it doesn't take much to add a little bit of color and pizzazz and design to your table. But I hope you enjoy, and tell me in the comment section how you use paper straws to add a little bit of detail and extra pizzazz to your get-together or gathering. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and we'll continue to post more videos and how-tos, or check out my website at dibbledabbledesigns.com.